Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I'm not sure if this is good news or bad news, but it is news and I'm bringing it to you, and then you can tell me in the comment section what we are making of it. Tell me in the comment section if you think it's good news or bad news. So, breaking news, the headline screams, Nigeria's population hits 201 million. So Nigeria's population apparently has hit 201 million. The United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, says Nigeria's population has hit a new all-time high of 201 million, and that ends with an exclamation mark. In its 2019 State of the World Population Report, UNFPA said Nigeria's growth rate has been at an average of 2.6% from 2010 to 2019. The fertility rate among Nigerian women has dropped from 6.4 in 1969 to 5.3 in 2019. This means an average Nigerian woman gives birth to at least 5 children. Global fertility rate, or the average number of births per woman, stood at 4.8 in 1969, 2.9 in 1994, and 2.5 in 2019. The report says contraceptive prevalence rate among Nigerian women aged 15 to 49 is only 19%, adding that decision making on sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights among these Nigerian women has averaged at 51% between 2007 and 2018. This means 49% of Nigerian women still do not have the power to decide on their sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights. The United Nations agency estimated that Nigeria's population has grown from 54.7 million in 1969 to 105.4 million in 1994 and 201 million in 2019. Of these 201 million, 44% or 88.44 million are between the age of 0 to 14, while 32%, 64.32, are within the age of 10 to 24. That should probably read 64.32 million. The report revealed that reproductive rights are still out of the reach of too many women, including the more than 200 million women who want to prevent a pregnancy but cannot access modern contraceptive information and services. I'm not quite sure where they got the 200 million women from. I think that might well be a mistype, because if the population is 201 million, then obviously 200 million of them cannot be women, but that is what they've written. Ultimately, almost all of the 4.3 billion people of reproductive age around the world today will have had inadequate access to sexual and reproductive health services at some point. In 1969, world population reached 3.6 billion, up about 1 billion from only 17 years earlier, leading to the estimate from the UNFPA. The United Nations agency has succeeded in reducing fertility rate worldwide by about 50%. In the least developed countries, fertility was about 6 births per woman in 1969. So there you have it. Apparently, from this report and from the reading of the report, it seems badly written. I'm not quite sure if it's the person that actually wrote this piece on this platform that wrote it badly, but because I'm pretty sure that the organization would not have badly presented it as it has been badly presented on this platform that I am lifting it from. But apparently the Nigerian population is now hitting 201 million. That's the estimated reach of our population size for 2019. So that's the projection for 2019. So the Nigerian population now, apparently, according to the United Nations organization that monitors these things, is now apparently now at effectively 201 million. So 201 million within the Nigerian state is really what we are contending with now. And like I said, I don't know if this is good news or bad news. A large population and a young population should be an asset for any nation, but Nigeria, as you know, is a very particular country and a very peculiar country. And in Nigeria, things don't always and things rarely ever go as things go in normal climes. And when I'm saying normal climes, I'm including from Ghana to like Switzerland, which is probably one of the most civilized countries in the world. So the things that is normal in even the most mundane country is not normal in Nigeria. So now this population size now, how does it translate to the Nigerian person? So this is really where the question is. So Nigeria has hit 201 million. Imagine that population size, and also look at the demography that has been spelled out. So from 0 to about 14, I think they said, is about let me see if I can find those figures again. Yes, so from 0 to about 14 is about 88.44 million people. So just imagine that 88.44 million people are aged between the ages of 0 to 14. So let's take the top end, which is 14. So like the 14-year-old person, the 14-year-old male, female, is going to hit 24 in 10 years time. So now imagine that's then the peak of their reproductive phase. So now imagine then the population boom from an underemployed, very virile, very fertile 88.44 million people. So you can imagine the doubling in size of the Nigerian population in another 10 years, and these people start to have children fairly early, especially in the north. So really 14 in the northern parts of Nigeria is already old enough to be farmed out into marriage. So just imagine the population explosion. And then from that 0 to 14 is one demography, and then there's from 10 to 24, there's about 64 million of them. That's another population boom right there. So the first cause for population boom is already immediate, because the 24-year-old, which we have, let's even divide that by half. So if they're saying from the ages of 10 to 24 is that we have 64 million of them. Let's say, for instance, just for the purposes of clarity, let's say 30 million of these are between the ages of 19 to 24. Now those are reproductive ages in Nigeria. So already, as we are listening to this video now, there are about in excess of 30 million Nigerians between the ages of 19 to 24 who are all underemployed. A lot of them are female, because the demography worldwide is about 55% female and 45% male, and that repeats in every country. So let's use that as the average for Nigeria. So out of that 30 million or in excess of, they're about 55% of them are female and 45% of them are male. And we all know that Nigerians, they always go after the girls. So you have all these women in excess of 15 million in their reproductive age who are just out there in public, not productively engaged. And you have all this Mr. Big and the fine boy Chancellor and the area toaster and all of them just partaking. So you can already imagine how that population is already starting to explode, and it's going to grow and grow. It's going to double in size, and in 10 years time we're going to be talking about 500 million Nigerians, not even in the 200 millions anymore, because Nigerians grow at a rapid rate. So now this is what we are contending with. So as I said, I am not sure if this is good news or if it is bad news, and it can be good news and it can be bad news. It depends on how it's being managed. But then, of course, when we have Malam Buhari leading the way, and Malam Buhari that cannot even make his own way from his bedroom to the toilet without supervision, is the one that is leading the country, and is the one that is now leading this 201 million population, with the average age being from 0 to 24. Over half of the population is under 24. Even nearly 60% of the average, or over 60% of the population is under 24. The average age in Nigeria is 18, and the president is 80 something. So you can see how these figures will now pan out. 201 million Nigerians, over 60 to 70% of them under 24, over 60% of them are averaging 18, being led by an 80-something-year-old man of no known quality in terms of intellect or whatever. So this is now the state of play. So as I said, I'm not sure if it's good news or bad news, but I am presenting the news to you to see what you make of it, and you can tell me what you are making of it in the comment section. But before you come tell me what you are making of it in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray. Click on the bell button as well, so that way you are notified every time I drop a new video. Then once you've done both, come have this chat of population explosion in Nigeria with me in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.